Hi everyone, it's Sue here from Scrappy Doo Sue. Hope you're all doing okay. Thanks for joining me today. If you're new to my channel, it would be lovely if you would subscribe to my channel and hit that bell to notify you of any future videos. That would be great. Anyway, today I've come on to do week 7 of Roxy's Creations, Roxy's Weekly Challenge 2023. And Rachel has been doing these weekly since January. I'm obviously joining in late, but it doesn't matter. And it's hashtag Roxy's Weekly Challenge to actually display what you've made. And today we're doing a variation of those document holders that we made in one of our previous weeks. So we're making some thin ones and we're making some A4 kind of shaped ones. These I think are a bit longer than A4 size. So what I've done is I've taken a double-sided thinner 12 by 12 pad, and this is a Craft Consortium Bloom and Wild. Very pretty papers these are, and they're not too thick, they're just about right. It's 180 GSM, but I did use one of these or two of these on a previous the previous document holder challenge. So these are double-sided. If you don't have double-sided and your back is plain, you can stick something over the top of that. I'm just wondering how wide these are going to be. Now I think they'd be fine. I won't cut them down anymore. I think I'm going to leave them as they are. Okay. And then these are narrow, and these were gifted to me. They're beautiful papers. I mean, I'd love to know where these came from, but I did a swap in one of the Facebook groups, and I was lucky enough to get these, and I think they're absolutely lovely. I'm a bit loath to part with them, but I will. So these are going to be smaller ones, like that kind of thing. Okay, so I'm just making the 4 today. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to turn over the tops. Just trying to think which way up do I want this. These are slightly directional, so I'm just going to turn up the top, which is where the documents will go, and I'll do that on all of them, and I'm not measuring them, just eyeballing it. It could be as deep as you want. So for that one's deeper than that one, but it doesn't matter. And we'll do the same with these. So I don't know, I think that will be inside, and ooh, that may be inside. So I don't think these are directional. No, they don't seem to be. So I'm just going to turn over, and this is just where your papers are going to go in, your documents, whatever it is you're wanting to give away. And again, I think we'll have that inside. So I've turned those over. Now, last time we put 2 holes in along here. This time we're only doing 1 hole. That's the difference. And then we've got 3 different options that Rachel has shown us to actually tie the tops. So now all I need to do is sort out the thin papers to go in those, and the wider ones to go in those. So we'll start off with the thinner ones. Okay, so I've got this pile of papers I've sorted out in advance this time. So I've got this light blue paper, very nice, would go nice in someone's journal. So we do 2, we'll put those to one side. So I've got such a limited amount of space. I'm sure we all want more space, don't we? But if I just put those in there, oh gosh, very colourful, aren't they? So this is obviously the top. It's easier to put them in this way, I think. Now I've got a nice book page there with a map on of Egypt and Assyria. Let's see, what can we put in this one? I've got various pages here, book pages. I thought I had 2 out of that book, but it doesn't matter. We can just having a quick look through this pile, because I'm sure I got out 2, but if there aren't 2, then we'll just put something else in different. Okay, so let's put in this one. That's a nice old book page there. And we've got, well, that might be nice to go with that map because it's aeroplanes. So that could be travel. And that one could go in there. Okay. And I've got these digital music pieces. That one's actually My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion. I think, wasn't that the song for the Titanic that she sang? Oh, I've got these. I rather like these. These are stamped, kind of stamped and stenciled book pages. I didn't do them, I have to say. Again, these were gifted to me in a pack of coffee dyed paper that I bought. And they actually smell a bit of coffee, but they are lovely. I think those would go nicely in here. Put those maybe there. And you can put as many or as few in as you like. And I've got some Robert Burns poetry. I know they're slightly taller and they've got nice patina on them, you know, that nice colour. So I'm going to put those in there. A couple of his poems. And so that's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's probably enough. So yeah, I must have torn out more than I thought, because I've still, I'm sure those were, yeah, they are. It's very thin paper, and I thought I had only torn 2 out. So let's see what we've got for the other ones. Okay, so we could put this in. This is out of a children's book. Nice paper, so we could put that in. It's just nice width, that one. Good, nice for a journal page, in a little journal. I think that's 7 pieces, so I think that's probably it. So that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in there. Okay. Now these might fit. So this is out of a cookery book. So I'll put those in as the last bit. So they're all nice sort of like book pages and bits to put in somebody's journal. Okay, so what you now do is make sure they're all kind of central, because you're going to put a hole, just a single hole, in this bit at the top, like this. But before we do, we're going to put a clip on, and then I'm using my crocodile, but if you don't have one, that's fine. I'm only going to use the small hole and put a hole there. So that's one. That'll have to sit on the bin because there's nowhere else for it to go at the moment. These are all in order. And then we'll clip this one, and again we're just putting one hole in and I'm eyeballing it, so that's 2. Right, let's move on to the bigger ones. So I may have to cut down a couple of these bits, I'm not sure. So I've got in here some nice lined paper. It's got a bit of nice colour to it. So that's 1 and 2. And then whoever gets these can, you know, stencil them, dye them. So it's just nice for them to have something, you know, that they can actually do that with. So I've got 2 kind of botanical book pages here. This one's bluebells things. So I think that can go behind that one, just wide enough. This one is actually out of some sort of calendar, I think, because that starts April the 25th on that, so that can go there. Then I've got a couple more botanicals, and I've kept these double pages. These are out of a book by what was the name of her? She's quite famous. Sackville. The name is, let me just show you. I bought this from World Books, Vita Sackville West, and it was published in hand with the National Trust. It has some really lovely flowers in it. She's an aristocrat, this lady, Vita Sackville West, a poet, novelist and creator of Sissinghurst Castle Garden in Kent, which is now owned by the National Trust. So she was a correspondent for gardening for The Observer between 1946 and 1961, and this is her book. So she obviously loved gardening. So I thought that was quite nice. I like the size of it. I sometimes buy books on Abe Books or on World Books because they're very cheap. I'm just going to say that this is going to be more florally, really, I think. But that's okay. Just, you know, it's nice to get different book pages. I like getting different book pages. Then I've got some nice old music paper. So I think that can go there and there. Right, so one of those has just fallen off. I've knocked it with my baggy cardigan. It really irritates me, this cardigan. Look, I had to roll the sleeves up. It's getting bigger and bigger by the day. And I've got some lovely straw paper, which I thought would be nice, because not everybody has that. Oh, that's going to be needed to be folded up because it's too long, but that's fine. And that's going in there, like so. And then lastly, I've got, this is a lovely book. It's kind of a diary. I can't get it out and show it to you at the moment because it's in my cupboard. And I think I'm going to need to cut something off the top or the bottom of these, because so I'll just get my cutter out, because they're a bit too wide. So let's go that side. We don't want to cut these are all badger pages, so it's that time of year when obviously this lady who wrote this diary observed different things at different times of the year. I think let's just take a tiny bit off of the top of that one. It's very thick paper, this is, but really nice book. Do you know, I really still haven't got used to ripping up books. I am a bookworm, and why, I ask myself on a regular basis, am I cutting up books? Cutting them up, pulling them apart. It's all right if you buy them, you know, in a charity shop and they're really old and not necessarily vintage old, but if they're a bit, you know, crusty and falling apart, I don't feel quite so bad. But some of them I want to keep once I've got them. Like the George Burns poetry book, and I thought, no, I'm not hoarding anything else. Being a crafter, I hoard enough as it is. So we bought it for crafting, we're going to use it. Yeah, it's hard to give away. It's hard to actually use things and give them away, I find. So this was December, so this is Avocet's Topsham, which is in the UK, and then on the other side these beautiful badgers. I think they're gorgeous. Still tad wide, but I think we're just going to go with that, you know. If I even up the sides, then I think that will be all right. And then we've got more beautiful badgers there in December, and then we've got this hawk. Yeah, he's lovely. I think he's looks like a hawk. Doesn't actually say, but I think she's, you know, she's watercoloured all these originals. You know, originally she would have done them. I think they're gorgeous. Anyway, I'm procrastinating now, so okay, that's going to go in there. So right, let's get these in order. Okay. Okay, so I can do the folding up at the bottom in a minute. I don't think they come over too much. Okay, so clip and hole punch there. So that's that one. Well, actually, I did have these maps. They can go in as well. They can actually, they could go in if I punch them. How deep is that? So I just need to mark roughly where, and then hopefully I can line them up. It's absolutely tipping it down with rain here again. Every evening this week we've had high winds and a lot of rain. Really high winds. So that didn't work out too badly. That's just fold that over a little bit. That's okay, that's perfect. So that's that one, and then this one, let's see. So you can put in as many pages as you want, papers, or as little as you want, you know, and you can actually put some, you know, I think some small ephemera, maybe, if any, depends on where you're going to actually fold it this way, I guess. So let's find a clip and right, more confetti. Okay, so let's do this one first. So I'm just going to fold this one up at the bottom, the straw paper, like so, and I will have to fold this diary paper there like that. Okay, hopefully that's not going to be too bulky. So that's that one. We do need to fold the straw paper on here, and again this badger paper on there like so. And maybe this, how come the music paper? Oh yes, I think one of these base sheets that I cut from 12 by 12 was longer, wasn't it? Yeah, so that's fine. Okay, so now we have 3 options for tying. So you want some twine or some baker's twine, or I've just got string. This came with a parcel or something I had. So I'm going to do the first one like this. I'm going to just double that over. I'm going to sort of have about that much, I think. And then hopefully I'm going to take it, and hopefully you can see me. So there's the hole. So I think I want to go in the back to the front, kind of, or the outside to the inside. So this is quite thick, so I might have to get my baker's twine out. I thought it would be okay if I'd made a bigger hole, but I don't like to make, right, okay, that's not going to work. So I just get the baker's twine. Just bear with me one moment. Actually, I found some, this is actually beading twine. It's a nice colour though. So let's try this. This is quite strong. I think I bought this in a charity shop originally. Okay, so as far as I can remember, I don't think it matters which way through you go. I'm going to go from the outside in. I might need to re-punch these holes. Gosh, I can't get this through. How come Rachel made it look so easy? Right, okay, I'm going to punch a bigger hole. So I'm just going to find that original hole there and punch out the bigger one. Now we can get through. So we have it there. So there's my loop, and all I'm going to do is push that double twine through that loop and do that with it. And what happens with that is it's a sort of closure that you can actually undo and then do up if you wanted to. So I don't want it that long, so that's going to be fine. Okay, so let's do all of them. So again, I'm just going to re-punch the hole. So you can do what you want, you know, you don't have to follow me. So what was I've got my notes as usual. So tie up at the top. Okay, so I think, why is it I can never remember? So I think this one, this one goes through singly. This is what I think. Then you get the two ends together like this, and then you tie a knot, a loosish knot. Oh, my finger really hurts, but I'm keeping a plaster off it. That's a bit too loose, that is, isn't it? That's going to be okay. So I was finding it difficult to tie now with this finger. It's amazing how we take our hands and fingers for granted, isn't it? I've got a gammy thumb here. I think that's kind of an RSI type thing. So I think getting older is not much fun. Okay, so let's maybe cut that down a bit. That might be the problem. And I've got to try and make this into a knot. This one's quite fiddly, I think, with my finger. I may not be able to do it, but basically you're tying that in a knot. I'm getting irritated now with everything around me. Okay, they're going through that loop, and then I don't want to touch anything. That's it. So that's how that one is. So I don't know if you can see that there. Okay, we got there in the end. Then this one, all we're going to do is take some more of this twine, cut a piece off, and we are going to just tie this one at the top as a normal kind of, you could try a bow, I'll see, but I'm not the best bow person, bow tire. There, that's quite pretty, like that. I think I've done them on the wrong side. I wonder if I can, oh, right, they need to be on the outside, don't they? Did anyone spot that? Are you all shouting at me, saying you're doing it wrong? Right, so that's the bow side of it. This one is fine because it's kind of generic, and so is that one because it's at the top. So those are fine. And the last one is, let's take those clips off. And the last one is this one, and again this is a simple one. So take some twine and thread it through. Well, this is the one that doesn't want to go through the front, it just wants to go through those papers. And all I'm going to do with this one, take that clip out of the way, is this one, instead of tying it in a bow, I am going to tie it in a knot at the top, like so. Okay, so now we get to folding them. So you want to fold it up as, I suppose, as far as you want, like width-wise, for this side to be. Let's fold it there. And then this side is folding over. Oh gosh, I'm not sure how to fold it. Just hold on one. I think I'm second guessing myself. So this just then folds over on this side like so. So there we have it. I'm just going to crease that down a bit. And what you can do, if it won't stay flat, is you can always get a paper clip. So just for the purposes of this, I know that's blue, but that is the paper clip. There we are, to clip it down. Or you could get some sari silk or something else and tie around the middle like so. So that one's very pretty, I think. So that's one. Okay, so again, now you could even just leave it like that if you wanted to, just push it right up under there like so. So we'll do that with this one, and that gives you a wide one. It's still okay. So basically these are handy to make if you've made a journal and you've got bits left over. You can make a little document holder and you can put those in, and then whoever has the journal can actually make their own ephemera. So we could turn that one over there like so, and then push this up into here like this. There, like that. I love that green, absolutely. Green is my favourite colour and of all time, and I just love that paper. It's really lovely. So again, you just want to fold down these bits, really. So then when you send your journal out, you know, to whoever's having it, you can pop one of these in with it, or you could pop it into a pocket inside if it's a narrow one and it's not too bulky. So there's several ways of using it. Right, so I did fold that one over twice, so you really can fold it how you want. Okay, right, that's two. That one's got the bow, so you might need a paper clip for that one. Let's have a look. I've always got a few handy, and you could even make a decorated paper clip to go on it. That would be quite nice. That's two. Okay, and then this one, I think they get folded over twice. I do think that. Am I being silly? I don't know. Anyway, this one is going to have things slightly hanging out. But that's okay. And then that comes over like that. And then that one is a knot that can come undone much easier than that knot. I think that's what I think I folded these right. I made some before, so I should know in the previous episode, but that one lies a bit flatter there. And sometimes I think I'm a bit incompetent when it comes to these, because I watch these videos sometimes more than once, write notes, and I still think, what am I doing? So I'm going to move that one up there. You're probably thinking, what is she doing as well, I'm sure. So literally the difference really is the single hole, and that goes over like that. So that's quite a narrow one, which is quite nice. Like so. Okay, I'm probably going to have to tie something around mine, I would say. Do I have anything on my desk to hand? Well, I do have the string, so we could just tie a bit of string around that, you know, and make it into a sort of a... And you can decorate the fronts. So I won't do that on camera because it takes me too long. So I will do it off camera, I think, and put the picture up at the end. So let's see, how much do we need? So this is just an example. Okay, I think I did put quite a bit in them actually compared to what I normally would do. So just going to do a small bow on that one. Like so, and that's what that would look like. Okay, so that's my week 7, week 7 for hashtag Roxy's weekly challenge from Roxy's Creations, and it's Rachel's Roxy's weekly challenge 2023, and it's just a variation of document folder. If you use digital paper, it would be slightly thinner, and that will probably go down better. So you can use book pages as your base. You can use music paper as your base, you know, whatever really. So there we have it. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will speak to you both. Oh, sorry, not both. I don't know why I said that. Speak to you all soon. Okay, take care. Bye bye.